So our small crowd, but hopefully an excited crowd for our performance tonight. It's our second one indoors. We tried to do it outside, and Mother Nature decided today is the day for watering, so we'll be in here nice and cool. My name is Dwayne, if I don't recognize some of you, but Summer Folk has been going on for over a decade now. We had a year hiatus, 18 months actually, for the pandemic, and we're back. Our performer tonight, I've seen her work on YouTube and websites, but the one that hit me, like, wow, I just hope we can get her here, was they did a tribute to John Prine. I think Kevin Johnson set that up, and Claire was there. And this is the way music works for me, and I hope it works that way for you. Well, the song that I heard her sing was Sam Stone. I don't know if any of you have ever heard that, but there's two songs I learned when I played the guitar. One was Sam Stone, and the other was, well, it escapes me now because I'm so darn old I can't remember. Can't remember it. I got all the words in the head. But anyhow, there were two John Prine songs. And when she sang that song, it took me right back to where I was learning how to play. And that was the magic of music. And right there, like I said, I was hoping we could get her here, and perhaps she will sing some songs and perhaps give you a touchstone, meaning she actually has stones that you can touch with her card on it, all the information, so that you can go to her website and see it anytime you want. So that is great. Also, it's being recorded and is live on Facebook tonight. So you can go back and see this concert as well as many other ones that we've had this year. Without further ado, let's welcome Claire Bates to the stage with a warm welcome.
Welcome, I'm Claire. I'm really glad to be here, and it was such a wonderful sign when Dwayne reached out and said, we're starting this back up, we want to invite you. I'm sure everyone here and tuning in from afar loves music in some way, and one of the things that was hard during the lockdown was the lack of live music, and then one of the things that kept people going during the lockdown was listening to music, sometimes streamed as well. So I want to thank the Charlevoix Public Library for being people that are keeping this going, reviving and supporting the spirit of live music. So thank you very much, Dwayne included. And welcome to you guys. So I am a community-focused social worker and also a musician, and I like to interweave the two, so you'll be hearing some of that tonight. One of the things that means is I really believe that everyone's voice and perspective is important. There will be a few chances to join in singing along, just as a welcome of your voice. That's important throughout the night. And if that's not comfortable for you, you're welcome to just clap or hum or snap your fingers or whatever feels good. I'm actually going to start by singing a song that is about what Dwayne said about the magic of music, that's a thing. This song says that we move the world along through our music. And some people are moving the world along through their art, and some people are moving the world along through their writing, some people are moving the world along through their legal work or their work with other people. And so maybe you'll think about all those ways as I sing this song. It's by Ruth Pelham. It's by Ruth Pelham. It's called Song for the Turning. And I'll teach you a few words in case you'd like to be able to sing along. The chorus says, with every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. You can try that if you want. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. It says that again. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. And then it says, our lives will feel the echo of our turning. Our lives will feel the echo of our turning. Each time that we sing the chorus, it's actually going to be a different word at the end. The first time it's going to be turning. Later it's going to be some other words like loving or healing. So you are also welcome to sing along on the verse with me, but I'm just teaching you the chorus for now. And if you start feeling comfortable with the rest, because it does repeat a lot, you're welcome to join in. And if it sounds too high, what I'm singing, you can go low, whatever you like. So this is a song for the turning by Ruth Pelham. Let us sing this song for the turning of the world, that we may turn as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning. You might have recognized those words, now they're going to come in the chorus. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning. The next verse is about healing. We're going to sing this song for the healing of the world. Let us sing this song for the healing of the world, that we may heal as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our healing. With every voice, with every voice, with every sound, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our healing. The next word is dreaming. I always like to share a Yoko Ono quote that says, when we dream by ourselves, it's just a dream, and when we dream together, it's a reality. So I think about this with this song, this verse. Let us sing this song for the dreaming of the world, that we may dream as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our dreaming. With every voice, with every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our dreaming. The last verse is loving. Let us sing this song for the loving of the world, that we may love as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving. Oh, our lives will feel the echo of our loving. Yes, our lives will feel the echo of our loving. You guys, it's so easy to sing along with me when you don't even know me very well yet. Thank you for doing that and trusting each other too, and your voices are very nice to have tonight. So I want to sort of give a disclaimer that I'm going to start with a couple of songs that acknowledge some sadness in our lives, and I want to, so you don't run out the door, it's just going to be a couple of songs. Or if you run out the door, hopefully it's because of something else and not because of the sad songs. But I think it can be helpful to acknowledge there is sadness and there is pain in our lives and to create some space for that. But we'll go on to some hopeful songs as we go as well. So the next song I'm going to do is called Load of Trouble. I mentioned a little while ago to some people that were here before it started that I lived in California for a while. When I lived in California, there was a woman whose nickname was Sunshine. Her name was Suzanne Bigley, but her nickname was Sunshine, and she was homeless, and she was killed in the clear out of a homeless encampment in Modesto, California. And I wrote this song in her honor because I know that for many of us, there's a season where we go through a lot of hard times in a row. Maybe it was the recent coronavirus season for some people. And so just acknowledging the ways that we need to be there for each other so that we don't fall through the cracks. So this song is for Sunshine, or Suzanne Bigley, and it's called Load of Trouble. And if you like it enough to want to sing the chorus, you are welcome to if you feel like it. It's pretty easy.
Fired a load of trouble from keeping down the line. A load of trouble come keeping down the line. One after the other, they happen all the time. A load of trouble come keeping down the line. Down the line. I hear they took your tent away. I hear they took your bag. I hear they took your drinking cup. Took away your ride, a load of trouble from keeping down the line. A load of trouble come keeping down the line. One after the other, they happen all the time. A load of trouble come keeping down the line. Down the line. Well, did they take the innocence, the sweetness of your soul? And did they take your smile that could turn the world to gold? A load of trouble from keeping down the line. A load of trouble come keeping down the line. One after the other, they happen all the time. A load of trouble come keeping down the line. Down the line. That I sometimes say, which is at the same time that I heard the story of Suzanne Bigley, I had been going through a difficult time. I had gotten a double concussion and an infected tick bite, and I was like over my head in life, and there were people that stepped in and were helpful to me. So in writing that song, I was trying to sort of create a contrast. Like, we all go through these difficult moments, and sometimes people step in, sometimes people fall through the cracks. But I'm thankful that things turned out all right for me. And wanting that softness, wanting a soft landing place for everybody when they're falling. Just set this down here. I think one of the purposes of music, that it can be something that helps us to stay like open to life and kind of tender toward life. And the next song is kind of in that spirit of wanting to keep ourselves open to each other and open to the softness that we can bring to each other. This is Isn't It a Pity, which is a George Harrison song, and I also really like how Nina Simone does it. Isn't it a pity, isn't it a shame, how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain, how we take each other's love without thinking anymore. forgetting to give back. Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame? Some things take so long, and how can I explain when not too many people can see that we are all the same? And we cry so many tears. How can we even hope to see the beauty that surrounds us? Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain? How we take each other's love without thinking anymore, forgetting to give back, forgetting to keep open the door. And we cry so many tears. How can we even hope to see the beauty that surrounds us, that is in us? Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a pity? The Beatles and George Harrison, I think they knew that that tenderness could be kept alive, and that's part of why they were singing that song. Let's see. Oh no, my water. Did I leave it back there? I knew I was going to. I took it back there. Thank you. Thanks. Can't go for long without it. It's a sizable bottle, yes. The next song I'm going to sing is a Venezuelan love song called Si de noche ves que brillan. It's in Portuguese, and the title means If at Night You See the Stars. I really love the imagery in this song, and I hope maybe you'll enjoy it as well. I'll sing each verse in Portuguese and then in English. Si de noche ves que brillan titantes las estrellas, si de noche ves que brillan titantes las estrellas, no es que brillan, no es que brillan, es que así se besan ellas. Que así se besan ellas. If at night you see the stars, see how they shine, how they twinkle. If at night you see the stars, see how they shine, how they twinkle. It's not that they shine, it's not that they shine, it's how they kiss each other. It's how they kiss each other. Sienti fijo la mirada con ternura y embeleso. Sienti fijo la mirada con ternura y embeleso. No es que miro, no es que miro, es que mi alma te da un beso. Es que mi alma te da un beso. If you see me fix upon you a look of tenderness, soul giving you kisses. It's my soul giving you kisses.
Thank you. I did not write that song. It's a traditional Venezuelan song, but I wrote the next song. But it's hard to copy that. I can't match that loveliness that they created in that song. But I wrote this song on Mackinac Island, but I feel like Mackinac Island wrote the song into me, actually. And it's called Branches, and it's about the interconnectedness of all people. And I wrote it, when I wrote it, there were people that I cared about deeply that were in conflict with one another, so it was kind of like as an expression of wanting to see the truth of our connectedness. Somebody said it reminded them of the tree of life, this song did.
When it's out, the branches are clear, the branches are clear. I can see your face. And we both came here a long time ago, before sunbaked rain and snow. Long time ago, before heartache, wind and snow. Long time ago, before heartache. You let me know, before heartache, wind and snow. You let me know. Before Sunday, rain and snow. Sometimes things are going on around us in our society or our family or our friendships or the world that we don't agree with and we don't want to be part of it, and we might feel like we have no choice, but it's about trying to create a new path by not participating in the things that you don't want to see happen in the world. So it's called Breaking It, and I'm going to teach it to you one line at a time. I don't know that it actually has motions, but I kind of feel like it does because the motions help me or other people to remember what's going on in the song. So the first one has your eyes in it. It says, I see the game you're playing now and I ain't playing it. You can try that, I feel like. I see the game you're playing now and I ain't playing it. The next one has ears involved. I hear the rule you're saying now and I ain't saying it. I hear the rule you're saying now and I ain't saying it. I feel the wound you're making now and I ain't taking it.
I feel the wound you're making now, and I ain't taking it. And then back to the eyes. I see the pattern that you're making, and I'm breaking it. I see the pattern that you're making, and I'm breaking it. I think we'll do that one more time all together before I start singing it, just to get some practice. I see the game you're playing now, and I ain't playing it. I hear the rule you're saying now, and I ain't saying it. I feel the wound you're making now, and I ain't taking it. I see the pattern that you're making, and I'm breaking it. Here's how it goes, and I'll sing it through several times so that if at some point you feel comfortable and you feel like you know it well enough and want to try it, you're welcome to sing too. I see the game you're playing now, and I ain't playing it. I hear the rule you're saying now, and I ain't saying it. I feel the wound you're making now, and I ain't taking it. I see the pattern that you're making, and I'm breaking it. I see the game you're playing now, and I ain't playing it. I hear the rule you're saying now, and I ain't saying it. I feel the wound you're making now, and I ain't taking it. I see the pattern that you're making, and I'm breaking it. I see the game you're playing now, and I ain't playing it. I hear the rule you're saying now, and I ain't saying it. I feel the wound you're making now, and I ain't taking it. I see the pattern that you're making, and I'm breaking it. Thank you guys for singing along. Wonderful to hear you. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, the next one is a pretty active one. Not for you necessarily, unless you have to jump out of my way because I'm going to be moving around a bit. I think that I'm just going to project really loudly on this one because it involves some moving around for me. So I will project loudly. I think you'll still be able to hear me. This is a spoken word piece, which means that it's words with a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of movement, so it feels a little bit like a song, even though it's sort of like a poem too, and it has some movement for me. And it's about creativity. I'm imagining that each person here probably has some way that they like to be creative in the world, so you can think about that as you hear this piece. Embrace the reverence of this occurrence. Engage with happenstance, it is your relevance. Be one with this environment. Take chances, sound, view all around me is experience so effervescent and abounding, abounding, abounding. I want to learn by feel, with the feel of these hands. I want to learn by feel, no organizing my crayons, no separating these strands. We're non-conformative with cut and paste. Am I a waste to do life like this, to take a chance that I can exist in a pace and a track of my own? We make the tone we need, man. We claim the space we see. We can create nuanced experience. Are we hearing this? Be receptional, but not delusional. Authentic. I think this widely and brightly. Do not invite me unless you'd like to see me rearrange myself and de-estrange myself in front and spite of you and circle tight round you. Let's make our catharsis the antithesis of all we've known. Sweep out all the old monotony. Call in integrity till we can form a sweeter home. The love is here, just gotta listen to it. The love is here, just gotta listen to it. The love is here, just gotta listen to it. The love is here, just gotta listen to it. Jump out of the way. It was all good. I didn't jump around too much doing it. I wrote that one at a songwriters retreat that happens up in these parts once a year, Lamb's Retreat, and they give you a songwriting challenge. And they did not tell me to write a spoken word, but I don't even remember what they told me to write, but that's what came out. They give you a couple days to just try and rush and see what you can write. So that was in Harbor Springs a couple years back. The next song is not a song of mine. It's Woodstock by Joni Mitchell, and I think it's about dreaming, like that one verse at the beginning that was about dreaming together. I think the song Woodstock is about dreaming of ways we could be as a culture that are different. I'm gonna have a drink of my water real quick. Go ahead. Probably want to check on the tuning too. Here. How many of you all have come to one of the summer folk events before? Is this a lot of people, most people? I wonder about online. Some of the people might be new. I understand it's a very vibrant part of the culture here. I'm really pleased to be a piece of it today. So, Joni Mitchell's Woodstock is next. I came upon a child of God when he was walking along the road, and I asked him, "Where are you going?" This he told me. He said, "I'm going down to Yesker's farm. I'm gonna join the rock and roll band. Gotta get back to the land and get my soul free. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden." I said, "May I walk with you? I came here to lose the song, and I feel like I'm caught in something that's turning. And maybe it's the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man, but I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere was song and celebration. And I dreamed I saw Jeff Palmer plane shooting up across the sky, turning into butterflies across our nation. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. We are stardust, caught in the devil's bargain, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Thank you. The next song is about the importance of an individual life. I wrote this probably about April 2020, so in terms of worldwide events, we were all being really reminded of the fragility of human lives and the potential to have them snatched away. I had been sick myself with something that was probably COVID for about a month, and I was doing better, but I was really reminded that I was fragile as well. And so I wrote this song called Blade of Grass, and it's really short, and if you wind up wanting to sing it along, you're welcome to. It's also called the Resilience Song.
but a blade is still a blade. I'm here to say that I can grow in the brightest shadow. I'm here to say that I can rest in the darkest shade. I'm here to say that I am just a blade of grass, but a blade is still a blade. I'm here to say that I can grow in the brightest shadow. I'm here to say that I can rest in the darkest shade. I'm here to say that I am just a blade of grass, but a blade is still a blade. A blade is still a blade.
And thank you for each being blades of grass of your own type, with your own things to give. I appreciate that. Songwriting runs in my family. My maternal grandmother, who died before I was born, used to write songs, and my mom also writes songs. So the next one is a family song because my mom wrote it. I don't know how old I was when she wrote it because there's a story of me singing it in the grocery store when I was 2. So I guess it's been around for a while, this song. It is called Tout le monde est beau aujourd'hui. So it's a French song, and that means all the world is beautiful today. My mom will tell you that she thinks she has become less naive than when she wrote this song. She says there isn't necessarily a day when she would now want to say all the world is beautiful. But I say, Mom, it's kind of about looking at things. It's kind of about seeing that there's beauty everywhere all the time, anyhow. So, even as there are very hard things. So Tout le monde est beau aujourd'hui, here we go. And I'll sing it in English too afterwards. I wrote this in the mountains of Northern California near Santa Cruz, kind of between like San Jose and Santa Cruz. Misty green mountains. mountains and the highway winds between them, and sometimes I was driving that highway because I lived there. And it's a song about, it's called Outside, and it's about like putting pieces together from past chapters of your life and present chapters of your life and trying to make a future that feels satisfying for yourself. That's what it's about. Morning comes and you are driving round the curves and past the pines. Mist is in the air, it lingers all along the mountainside. Carry all that you remember, carry all that you've called home, carry all the smells that linger, carry all you called your own. Morning comes and you are calling for a different way to be, for a different way to wake up, for a way you can be free. Carry all your courtroom stupor, carry all your girlish pride, carry all the flowers that faded all along the mountainside. Morning comes and you are longing for a place to call your own, for a love that lifts your head up, magic in a different tone. Carry all that you've been given, carry all you have to give, carry all as you are smiling, carry all and just let live, carry all you came to live. I lived in West Virginia, Charleston area of West Virginia for about the past year. I wanted to experience a different part of the country and see, where people were coming from and just try to build some connections. So one thing that I was fortunate to get to do as the lockdown eased up this spring is I joined something called the Dulcimer Club. And I was surrounded by a group of a few guitars, a few other instruments, but mostly dulcimers, hammer and lap dulcimers. And we would get together twice a month, and I was getting a chance to learn Appalachian folk songs. We didn't have the lyrics to a lot of them, and I started looking them up, and I started to kind of fall in love with some of the songs that convey a lot about hardship and life and community and relationships. Sometimes they do that using really rich metaphor from the natural world, which is very beautiful there. So I really enjoyed learning that. One of my favorites is called Blackberry Blossom. I'd never heard the words before. You might have heard the tune played maybe by a fiddle or a dulcimer, but I'm going to just sing the words. And you might say, oh, I think I heard that song. Blackberry Blossom, about love and loss and nature. Can you tell me what happened to the blossom, the blackberry blossom, when the summertime came? The blackberry blossom, oh, the last time I saw one was down in the bramble where I rambled in the spring. The bramble was wild, I was torn by the briars. My love, he wooed me as I lay there, with a flower in my hair and my cheeks all flashy was the blackberry blossom from the blackberry bush. When I picked the berry, I didn't miss the blossom. The blackberry blossom is as white as snow, but the berry that it brings is sweeter than molasses and black as the wings of the Arkansas crow. The Arkansas crow is a devil and a demon, known for his cackling and his screaming, driving away the swallow and the thrush from the blackberry blossom and the blackberry bush. I was picking berries when that crow flew above me, carrying my lover so far away. Now each spring I lay a blackberry blossom on a cold gravestone on the Arkansas clay. The Arkansas clay is rocky and hard, with weeds growing over in the old graveyard. The day settles down to an evening hush, or the blackberry blossom and the blackberry bush.
bush.
Likes me to sing this song. There's such a rich history of songs from Appalachia I got to experience. Okay, so let's see. The next song is one that I want to invite some participation on. But when I invite the participation on this, I get distracted, so I actually have to use the lyrics for this one, or I can never make it through my own song. Those of you who write songs might know that sometimes happens. Okay, so this is about trying to discover ways that we can live that are more in harmony with each other, more in harmony with the earth, more expressive of care for one another, and that's difficult and it involves upheaval. Sometimes, like digging ground, like a groundbreaking ceremony involves upheaval. Like we're trying to build new things, new ways of being. And I wrote this before the pandemic, like a few months before, and so in the song it talks about our lives being turned upside down, and later I'm finding this song and I'm like, oh my gosh, our lives have been turned upside down, but there's still work to be done. So I'd like to invite you to participate in this song with me, if you're willing, just by setting this little back rhythm. It goes do 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 do. Can you try it? Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. And maybe some of you might want to be a rhythm section if you want. Do, 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 do. Thanks. And sometimes I'll chime in on the do-do-do's, but sometimes I'll just trust you to carry it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Different ways to do things. Do, 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 do. That aren't acceptable here. Do, 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 do. Different ways to do things. Do, 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 that we ain't never seen before. Do, 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 do. They'll rob us of our stability, but that's okay with me. Do, do, do. Different ways to do things that we ain't never seen. Do, 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 do. Different ways to love things. Do, 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 that we ain't never seen before. Do, 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 do. Different ways to love things. Do, 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 we ain't never known. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. They'll turn our world. Do, do, from its head to its toes. Do, do, do. Yeah, do, do, do. But that's okay with me. Do, do, do. Thanks, you're doing great. Do, 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 do. That's alright, I invited, that's okay with me. Do, 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 do. Different ways to say things, do, 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 that I ain't never tried before. Do, 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 do. Different ways to say things, do, 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 but that's alright. Do, 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 do. That'll make me feel like my tongue ain't on my face anymore, and my heart is in my hand, and my sleeves are out the door, and someone else's home. Do, 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 do. But that's okay, that's alright, it's what we need to turn this world upside down. Do, 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 do. That's okay with me. Change will come. That's okay. Do, 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 with me. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Different ways of buying. Do, 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 that we ain't never tried before. Do, 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 do. Of treating ourselves and each other and money like in ways we ain't never seen. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. And that's a vivid dream. Do, do, do. We'll do it a couple more times. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Thanks, guys. I don't think you thought you'd be singing so much tonight, but I think you did a great job. I noticed there was a part of the song where I started feeling real comfortable that you were going to be there and keep singing it with me. Thank you. Yeah, I think a lot about how how do we need to take care of each other through the struggles that we have in our society, whether they're financial or environmental or social conflict. I want to sing a song about Michigan. I consider myself pretty much a Michigander. I lived in Michigan from the time I was 3 till I was 19, and then again for 5 years in my 20s, and then again for another year in my 30s. So it's very much a home of mine. And when I came back for that 1 year in my 30s, I was driving up 75. Raise your hand if you know what 75 is. No, everyone does. So I was driving up 75, and I was thinking about our state, and I was thinking about all the hardship that we have sometimes been through with economic downturns and having to rebuild our economy. I think that we've done a quite lovely job of building a state with a really vibrant local economy over the last decade, and I feel so proud of us for that. But just all the things that people have had to go through in Michigan, and how strong people are, how resilient, and also the hardship of that too. So I wrote this song called Michigan Song about that. And I think it also says a bit about natural beauty, because that's one of the things we really have going for us in this state too. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to take a sip of water actually. If you live in Michigan, you gotta drink the water, you gotta eat the sounds, you gotta till your own land. And if you live in Michigan, you gotta admit the world's an ocean, you gotta pay for indigenous sorrows, you gotta hold your own soft hand. Wild oak, wild oak, wild oak tree. Wild oak, you open over me. If you live in Michigan, you gotta save to see a dentist. You fight to keep the factories burning. You gotta chop down all them trees. And if you live in Michigan, I sure am glad to know you. Bring your rusty tears behind, and won't you share them all with me? Wild oak, wild oak, wild oak tree. Wild oak, wild oak, you open over me. If you live in Michigan, you gotta get out by December, clear away across the water, just to find a place to stand. But if you stay in Michigan, I sure am glad to know you. Won't you teach me what you did, so you could hold your own soft hand? Wild oak, wild oak, wild oak, wild oak tree. Wild oak, wild oak, you opened over me. do a lot of concerts after the lockdown where I kind of like ask people, because I tend to do like yard and house concerts where it's a pretty small circle of people and pretty interactive, like some time for discussion as well. And I started doing a lot of concerts where I was asking people like, what change do you hope to see after the pandemic lockdown as we're rebuilding our society? I mean, let's say we don't want it to be an exact facsimile of what was before, what change do you want to see? So I found that I wanted to answer that question myself. This is not a poem that I wrote. This is by someone named Diane DePrima. She was a beat poet, and she had a series of poems called Revolutionary Letters. This is Revolutionary Letter number 2, and it speaks to the change that I would like to see in our society post-lockdown, which is about valuing like a community spirit more than just individualism. I think that's basically it, so you'll hear it. Revolutionary Letter number 2. The value of an individual life, a credo they taught us, to instill fear in action. You only live once. A fog in our eyes. We are endless as the sea, not separate. We die 1,000,000 times a day. We are born 1,000,000 times, each breath, life and death. Get up, put on your shoes, get started. Someone will finish. Tribe, an organism, one flesh, breathing joy as the stars, breathe destiny down on us. Get going, join hands, see to business. Thousands of suns will see to it when you fall. You will grow 1,000 times in the bellies of your sisters. I think I might do one more short song. Does that work out?
You can, yes, that's fine.
Okay, great. All right. This is a song that I also connect with my time in northern Michigan. I was riding across the ferry toward Mackinac Island back and forth because I was working on Mackinac Island and my sister was ill, and I was traveling back and forth to like take care of her on the mainland to help take care of her, and I was thinking about the joy that can be part of loving others, actually. So something that could seem very difficult can sometimes be made very valuable by the love that we feel for our most loved people in our lives. So then you're gonna be like, what? This song is about that? Because it kind of seems different, but it's Jackie Wilson Said by Van Morrison, and I love just this sort of like effervescent spirit of loving that's in this song. If you know it, you're welcome to sing with it, and this will be our last song tonight. Thank you very much for being here. Jackie Wilson said it was rainbow kind of love you got, knocks me off of my feet, let it all hang out, let it all hang out. 'Cause you know I'm so wired up, don't need no coffee in my cup, let it all hang out, let it all hang out. I'm in heaven, I'm in heaven, I'm in heaven when you smile.
coming tonight and joining us with Claire Bates. What a great performance. We'll see you next week for our last concert of the season. Thank you so much for coming on this rainy night. It was a joy to have you here.